Chapter 4. Predict the net ionic equation for the following reaction. Barium bromide plus sulfuric acid reacts to form. So we're going to start with our barium bromide plus our sulfuric acid. Well, we know that this is double displacement, so the barium is going to react with the sulfate. So we're going to have barium bromide plus H2SO4 goes to form, well, the barium is going to react with the sulfate, so we're going to have barium sulfate. Well, because this is sulfate and this is barium, it's going to form a solid. Then we're going to do bromide plus hydride is going to form, we know that bromide has a minus charge. Hydrogen has a +1 charge. So if we do 2HBr, we have 2 pluses and 2 minus, and that balances out. And that is an aqueous solution. So now we're going to start back with our barium bromide. Since it's an aqueous solution, we can separate them into their ions. We know that barium has a 2+ charge. We can also think back to when we would form this if we were given barium and bromide. Barium has the 2+ charge, so it would come over here as the subscript. Bromide has a minus charge, so it would come over here. Well, then when we do bromide, since it has a 2 subscript, we're going to do +2 bromides to balance out that 2+ charge, aqueous. Sulfuric acid is also aqueous, so we're going to separate that into 2H plus aqueous plus sulfate. And if you remember, sulfate has a 2- charge. And that is also aqueous. Now, barium sulfate is a solid. We can't separate solids into their ions, so we just leave that as barium sulfate solid plus 2HBr. So we have 2H plus aqueous plus 2Br minus aqueous. Now we have our complete net ionic equation. In this step, we're going to look for spectator ions. Spectator ions are formed so quickly and produced so quickly that they don't play a role in the net ionic equation, so we can go ahead and cancel them out. We can see that we have 2Br minus, 2Br minus, we canceled that out. 2H plus, we can cancel that out. And then we look back through, do we cancel it all out? Yes. So our net ionic equation is going to be barium 2+ aqueous plus sulfate 2- aqueous goes to form barium sulfate solid. Now if we look at that and we think, okay, well, barium sulfate, a single reaction, a combination reaction, goes to form barium sulfate. And that is our net ionic equation.